Hello world, it's Lonnie Ray with PomeroyTV, and before we get into our action figure review, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification right to the side of that so that way when we post videos, you're the first to know. Today we're taking a look at TJ Perkins from the WWE Elite collection. This is from the WWE Network Spotlight Wave, and this is the first time in the line we have TJ Perkins. I'm super excited about this. I was a big fan of the Cruiserweight Classic where he made his WWE debut as TJ Perkins, and he won that tournament. You can see that we have the Cruiserweight Championship right there and the tournament medal that he won. And I believe he's wearing the attire that he won the championship in. Super excited about this figure. On the side here, you can see that it says WWE Network Spotlight and it has a picture of TJ Perkins. The box has this weird cut here. It's just for style and it looks kind of cool, but sometimes it just makes it a little wobbly here. On the other side, it shows us this is TJ Perkins and we have the same picture. On the back, you get the same picture of TJ Perkins and a little read up right there. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause it now. On the top, you don't see much other than his name and nothing really on the bottom. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this figure open. Alright, here he is out of the packaging, and there is so much to love about this figure. This is my first WWE Elite action figure. I plan on getting much more, so if you're into WWE or WWE Elite action figures, you definitely want to subscribe because you'll be seeing a lot more of these. But with this being my first one, I definitely want to take the time and kind of examine every inch of it, get every articulation out of the way, and just see just how the general sculpt is and just the overall quality of this figure. But as just by looking at it and just taking it out and molding or posing it into the pose that you see here, it's fun, and that's what toys are all about, is that they're supposed to be fun. So let's just get right into it. All right, the figure stands at about 6.5 inches, which is like a basic 1/12 scale on the figure. All right, talking about sculpt, at first I was concerned that this figure would have had kind of like a bulky midsection just to put in that ab crunch there, but now that I'm taking a look at it, it's really not the case. Like, TJ Perkins is a cruiserweight, so he should have a very slim profile, and that's true, like he does, and that was something that I was worried about at first. I do like how on the skin part, there's kind of this texture that kind of simulate the pores on your body, so if you look kind of closely, you can kind of see that there's like skin texture there, and it kind of adds to the shininess that he would have, I guess, after a wrestling match. His head sculpt looks amazing and looks just like TJ Perkins, and his faux hawk looks good too. I think that's the best faux hawk I've ever seen on an action figure. Don't you agree? It just looks really good. His hands look really good, and his biceps look nice. The pants look really good too, like TJ Perkins wrestling attire, kind of looks like joggers, and they did a good job of representing joggers on this action figure. And he always has his high tops on, and this is nice because I thought that they were just going to just do like regular tennis shoes on here, but they kind of have the high tops molded into the shin part and the bottoms there, so they look really nice. An issue that I have is with my figure, it has this weird pocket right there, and that is an issue with the joint there. So I can move it around, but I really can't push it in. It's just molded really weird, and I just got some bad luck there, so I can't fix that. If I move it up or move it down, TJ Perkins is always going to have a broken ankle on my action figure, and there's really nothing I can do about that. So that's a bummer, but if yours is like that too, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, this I don't know if it's just a one-off thing, or if that's just my figure, or if more people are having issues like that. Let me know down in the comments if your TJ Perkins figure has anything like that. When we talk about the paint with this figure, that's probably my least favorite part. I really like TJ Perkins' wrestling attire. I think it's super cool. I like all the Filipino flag references that's on it, and they just didn't do a very good job representing that. A lot of bleeding through, and just not enough detail to quality here. So when we look at the figure, the best paint done on this figure is right here inside his crotch area and his butt area. And I feel weird talking about TJ Perkins' butt, but just bear with me here. So the star here is done perfectly, and it has this nice red stripe that goes all the way through. The yellows here are coated nicely, and they're even and they don't bleed through. But when we get to his legs here, that's where the issues come. So the flag, or the Pinoy star here, doesn't really show very well. You can't really see it, and it's already starting to bleed through, and if you touch it enough, it's going to chip, and that sucks. Chipping on your paint on your action figures, I think, is probably one of the worst things. So, and that's what happened here. So on the red, it's very chunky paint, so it's uneven, and I tried to like just kind of just smooth one of them out, and I got this big white piece that started to show up, and that sucks. The blue on his knees bleed through into the white, and then the yellow stripes that are on there just isn't strong enough. So they could have used another coat there to kind of have that yellow more apparent. They could have had more yellow here too, because you could barely see these stars here, like it's not very noticeable, but the yellow here is done perfectly. So I know that they have it in them, and I know that they can do it. The red bleeds through everywhere, and that's a bummer. And then even on the figure, this blue right here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's actually a stripe of dark blue here, and then it looks like they forgot to paint the rest of the leg here. There's not enough paint here that like there is right over here. So what's up with that? That's not fair, and it just kind of sucks. So the paint on here just isn't very good, but the articulation is where things get better. He has a nice head swivel, and he can look up that far, and he can look down that far. So he doesn't look up and down very far, but it is a very nice sculpt. He has a nice ab crunch, and he can crunch down that far. He can lean back that far. His legs go up that high and doesn't go back very far. He has a nice thigh cut right there, double jointed knees. He has a boot cut right there, and then his toe, he has a nice ankle pivot, but no ankle swivel. He has single jointed elbows, which is something brand new for me, because I feel like action figures nowadays just need to have double jointed elbows for more articulation. This one doesn't. So it has a single joint elbow. His arms can go up that high, and it goes all the way around. And he has a bicep swivel and a wrist swivel here with a hinge. He also has waist articulation, if I didn't talk about that. The accessories that TJ Perkins comes with is this really nice WWE Championship Cruiserweight title. He also gets the tournament medal that I put on him right there. It's a really nice saturated purple color that makes it really stand out. With the tournament medal, the metal part is actually a flimsy plastic. It's just one whole mold, and they painted it silver there, but it has a lot of nice detail on that. You can see it says the CWC for the Cruiserweight Classic there. With the Cruiserweight title, these are actually plates that are pegged in there, and there is a lot of nice detail there. So I think it's very show accurate, and if I remember right, it looks just like the Cruiserweight Championship in real life. When you put it on your figure, it has these 4 pegs on the back of the belt and these peg holes, and they're a little hard to snap in, but easy does it. And then there you go. Then he's wearing the championship title. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the review of TJ Perkins from the WWE Network Spotlight Wave of WWE Elite action figures. I hope you liked the review, and if you did, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so that way when we post videos, you're the first to know. What did you guys think of TJ Perkins? Leave comments down below. Thank you guys for watching Pomeroy TV. Stay tuned, and I will see you next time.